Hey everyone, so Chinese Man here. Today we're doing an interview series about Asians in Australia. And more specifically, we have here Andrew from Melbourne, who's going to tell us more about his life and what's it like to grow up being Asian in Australia. So Andrew, tell us more about yourself.
Um, well, first of all, we pronounce it Melbourne.
All right.
Melbourne. But a bit about myself. Kind of like antisocial, or kind of. Yeah, like I'm really quiet, but it's not that I'm shy or anything. It's just I don't really find interest. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
like in my life I strive for wisdom. I really like to be like known as like this really wise guy when I'm old. So like just all the socializing part is just it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to collect all this knowledge and wisdom.
Like tell me more about where you grew up. Tell me.
So yeah, I was born here in Melbourne. It's fine. It's really chill. Um, I don't remember much. My memory is a bit fuzzy, but I think my most memorable would be just playing Maple Story with my cousin. But it was nice. It's chill here. It's not it's not too crazy.
I noticed that Australia, though there's a large international student population, Australia itself is not very Asian. So, what's it like growing up for you as an Asian kid in Australia, in Melbourne, to be specific? Hopefully, I'm saying that right.
Mm. Well, the schools that I have been to, uh, didn't really have that much Asians compared to my cousins, which had a lot of Asians. I think it's just a suburb where I live, but my experience being Asian around with uh not many who are Asian was it was fine. Everybody did. There wasn't that much racism. Um, I mean, you get called Jackie Chan now and then, but even if there was like bullying or whatever, I always stood up for myself and or I just stayed really quiet and no one just really bothered with me.
So, tell us more about that because racism in different parts of the world differ. So, what kind of racism did you experience, and what kind of bullying did you experience growing up in Melbourne?
Kind of racism did. I think I remember experience racism for the first time in my life. It was at a park. We were just playing, and I was playing with my friends, and this lady, she just came out of nowhere. And she was like, "Go back to your own country." But I was like, it really confused me, and I didn't even know back then that it was racism at all. I was just confused, and I thought she was stupid, and I just said, "I was born here. This is my country. What are you talking about?" And I was just so confused. But later on in life, I realized, wait a minute, that's actually pretty racist. But I think that's one instance of racism. There weren't many. Everyone's quite accepting of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a really good response because in America, a lot of people take it very personally. Until they go back to your country, they feel left out, being othered. But you took it really well, and that you're pretty much just laughed at her, thought she was stupid, and said, "Hey, this is my country." It's sort of like when I was in high school. There was a black kid who called me China boy. I told him thank you, and then he looked so confused because he didn't know that I thought that was a compliment. Be called Chinese.
Oh. But I think I only responded that way because of my own ignorance of what racism actually was. But
Don't worry,
yeah.
that's the same response I had too. So yeah. You mentioned that when you encountered racism, you always stood up for yourself. So, like, tell us more about that. Like, what kind of incidents came up and how did you respond?
Oh, not racism.
I mean, sorry,
Yeah,
bullying.
yeah, bullying. Yeah, I just didn't let people bully me. Like, if someone tried, I don't know. I don't remember. I just had this like stare at them, like, and they understand that this guy does not want to be bullied today. Or there's also I just avoid just being really quiet. I was known as like the really quiet kid, and the innocent one, so no one really wanted to mess with me anyway because yeah, it's just he's the quiet innocent kid. Well, let's go mess with the other ones. Yeah,
That's good that you're representing Asians in a positive light because a lot of people see Asians as the more shy, timid, but also easy to bully around and won't fight back. But by standing up to people, you actually project a really good impression of Asians on people of other ethnicities as well. So I think
yeah.
overall, as a group, Asians are very supportive and thankful that you did that.
Hopefully, but that's just my personal experience.
Yeah,
I didn't have many Asian friends, so I don't know if they stood up to their bullies, to be honest. But that's just me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now that I recall that you're in college now, tell us more about like what you're studying, how did you pick that major, and what inspired you to choose that path?
Um, I'm doing physics at the moment. It's really nice because at first I was really confused when I got out of high school. I got into engineering because the teachers were like, "Oh, engineering, everyone will get a job. If you go into engineering, you get a job." So I was just okay. I want a job, but that really sucked. I hated it. So I went to marketing. It was easy, but it felt really wrong. Like trying to scam people in the most legal way. It's like trying to get the most money out of someone in the most legal way possible. It's a weird field. I didn't really like marketing. And then somewhere along the years I think I discovered Vsauce on YouTube, and it was so interesting. And I discovered more space and astronomy stuff, and I was really interested in astronomy. And I actually wanted to go into astronomy, but I didn't get an offer, so I went into physics, and here I am in studying physics.
So, what do you want to do with physics? Like, what kind of impact do you want to leave on the world?
Physics. I just want to know how things work, which is why I'm really interested in philosophy. I want to know the universe more. I want to know more about the universe, um, more deeply, because I don't want to be left in the unknown for some reason. I just want to collect all this knowledge. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this, and it's kind of a curse. Like I'm always thinking. Like the moment I wake up, my brain is going crazy. I'm always thinking about anything. Even if I'm sitting at a park and I just look at a tree, my brain just like automatically, like, what the hell is this tree made out of? What are the leaves for? What's the use of this tree? Everything. I want to know everything. So that's why I'm in physics because I want to know more. I don't want to be left in the unknown.
You've grown up and you're studying at college. Um, is the environment different compared to when you were in high school? Are there more Asians, less Asians? And what's that?
Was that I'm no longer the shortest person. Because I was quite short, but when I came out, I'm like, whoa, there are actually so many different people out here, and I feel like I'm not, I'm less judged. Uh, oh yeah, that's the thing. Like everyone is so worried about themselves, and no one's actually judging anyone really on the streets, but they still worry about themselves. And I tell this to people, like, stop worrying about what you look like because no one actually cares. It's okay, but yeah.
Okay. Going back to the earlier topic, you mentioned that you were pretty sensitive about being the shortest one back in high school. Uh, what did that feel like, and what were you worried about?
At the start, I didn't like it at all because I wanted to be tall and all this shit, and like everyone wanted, everyone was all tall and it was cool, and like being tall is good, like being healthy is good, being fat is bad, being short is bad. So I was in that mindset that, oh, this is bad. So I didn't like it at all. And then I realized along the lines that I should just accept myself. And that's like, I think you're more free when you accept yourself. Like you, that's when you experience true freedom, because you stop pretending to be something else, or wanting to be something else. And that
What would you say are the things that you're most insecure about and why?
maybe it's that I really actually deep down I want to socialize, but I just can't do it. Like it's so hard, and it's so strange that people just make friends on the spot, and I'm so surprised on it about it, and I want to do that, but I can't. And when I get into groups or parties, I'm just feeling like kind of left out. But yeah,
You're most proud about, like your proudest achievements.
proudest achievements. Just when I explain stuff to someone, when I say all these, um, there there are a few people who have come up to me for help and stuff, and I say all these things, and they reply back like, "Wow, like I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this of you, that you know so much, that I know so much. That's what I'm proud of, that I know a lot, and I want to keep building that. I want to pass it down. I want to write a book, everything.
If you could give advice to the younger you, what would that advice be?
Stop playing games, because you're gonna get bored of it, man. Stop playing games. You're gonna quit. Um, Study in school, because like I know it's so boring, and there's just no interest in there, whatever you're learning in school, but do it just for the score. Because my parents were really chill. They weren't, they're not really pushy, so I didn't have that constant pressure that most Asians have. Um yeah, I was really bad in school. I did terribly. Yeah.
That's surprising to hear because you're like the super smart guy, the super smart Andrew.
Yeah, that's my biggest regret. Yeah.
I think that advice has been super key though, because it's gonna be so key that when I title this video, it's gonna be called Asians of Melbourne. And then in the caption, it'll show, you'll never believe what this person's parting advice is.
Yeah.
Always like a clickbait style, but yeah.
Yeah. Um it is a surprise.
Yeah.
uh, I've changed so much as a person. But yeah.
All right, Andrew, that's pretty much it for the interview, but it's been a great pleasure having you on for our inaugural Asians of X series, where we talk about Asians in different parts of the world doing different things, but showing the real life Asians behind the screen. Because when people think Asians, they might have different stereotypes, they might have certain thoughts, but each Asian person, each Chinese, each Malaysian, we're all unique. And to increase Asian representation in media, we're going to show that to the world. So I just want to
Yeah.
say, on behalf of all the people who will be watching this, Andrew, thank you for being on our inaugural show. This is what's going to make the future of the series.
Thank
And
you.
we really appreciate that. Do you
Thank
have
you
any
for
parting
having.
words?
Um no, I really like doing this. This is fun. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you as well.